Wow, you got to be kidding me. But yeah, it's real. Okay, guys, if you're a big guy, just like tune out. Otherwise, like watch for comedy because this is freaking funny. This morning, just before I have to be in the team meeting, one of our friends spots a pretty juicy target. But the problem is, the guy's got 200k each tier 4. And I'm not super strong. I'm kind of free to play. I've been in the game for a long time, so I've got a bit of stuff. And, you know, they talk about it and they talk about it. And eventually I'm like, okay, fine, I'm going in and I'm hitting this guy. I managed to go in there and actually set his castle alight on the first go. And I mean, this is actually pretty good. I'm quite happy with this result. But I did screw up. The primary reason why I screwed up is because my battalions are set up for 10% meat shield, the rest all that troop type. So it's one troop type. No sprinkles. Now, if you look back a little bit, I might have mentioned the importance of sprinkles. I kind of know this shit. But I didn't do it. Primarily because, like, the whole guild's watching me. They want me to get in there. I had to switch talents. I had to switch gear. I had to kind of, like, get my head in gear. I hadn't even had morning coffee yet. This is how bad it is. And I go, okay, fine. I'm going to hit this guy with Cav. Like, you guys, let's solo this guy. Because if we try and rally him, he is, number one, his guild is going to post our cohorts in global. And most of us are a bit iffy about taking rallies at best. Like, before I've had coffee, I don't even want to think about it. And yeah, so we decided, okay, we're going in. And Beast, being currently an R4, but usually the guild leader, or basically the person who freaking discovered the guild, has to be the one to land the first hit. So I went in there, and I went in there with Cav. And it actually didn't go too badly, as you can see from this report. But the problem was that I used an army size boost. And I was like, okay, I'm going to use this battalion that doesn't have any sprinkles. It's like, you know, it's a Cav battalion. It's got Cav tier 4 and Cav tier 2, and that's all it's got. Now, I'm going to use an army size boost, and then I'm going to use the spare air to send in tier 2s of both other troop types to fill my formation and take the kills. Well, that didn't happen. Bearing in mind that I'm setting a march of 250k, I sent 25k tier 2. So of those reds, you're looking at a bunch of tier 4s. And I went in with what would be a great formation for a Cav attack. Only problem was, to make this formation work for you, you need those odd types of troops. So it's going to be a Cav attack. I'm going to go in with ranged phalanx. And I am going to include infantry and ranged troops to hold the formation, which I did not. I was like, okay, the guild's watching. It's like, I haven't even had coffee. I've got to do this stuff. So I went in there, and that's what happened to me. But then again, you know, look what happened to my enemy. We can look at the battle report. And I mean, yeah, I won this. I won. I don't feel too much like a winner. But, you know, there's my opponent's report. His Cav is going down real bad, which one would expect, because I'm going in... Sorry, his infantry, because I'm going in with Cav. And, yeah, he got some dead. He got some reds. So did I. Ouch. That hurt. But okay, fine. You know, you fight, it hurts. That's how it works. Okay. But yeah, this was totally done against my better judgment before I was fully awake. I know that it's important to put in those other types of troops to fill your formation. And I was like, go in there and do that. So, that's a bit ouchy. wow, almost 60k reds tier 4. I'm like, okay, I've got them back already, but there's a few speeds in there. So, yeah, that happened. And in exchange for that, I got, numbers-wise, not a hell of a lot of kills. But I did at least get, some tier 4 infantry, because I went in with Cav. That is so brilliant. I'm thrilled. But yeah, I'm also thrilled. I am actually genuinely thrilled. I was not actually expecting to burn this guy. I was kind of scared I was just going to smoke him. But I went in, decided to do a solo Cav. And yeah, I didn't do too bad. But now I want you to watch my other screw up. This is like a total screw up. So, you know, I hit the guy. At least one of my members went in and hit him after that. And oh la la, defeat. What happened? Oh, well, that is a bit ouchy because I went in with exactly the same. And I've really taken out the guys in, the infantry. So Kev is like totally exposed to the ranged. So, yeah. At least half of that is red tier 4s. So that's like kind of close to... It's getting close to 100k tier 4s that I lost on this kill. But I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, theoretically, I lost this attack. In practice, I gave him 108k reds. I haven't even looked at this report yet. Let's have a closer look. What happened? Ah, yeah, look at that. This guy is ranged. And I went in with Cav. Brilliant. Just brilliant. Not one of my finest hours. However, if we're going to take it in terms of, wow. If we're going to take it in terms of infirm and reds, I didn't actually do too badly. But, this is where you hit the guy with the same combination the second time. And you're like, why the hell did I do this? Guys, it was 7 a.m. I'd just woken up. It's the only excuse I've got. I spoke to my friend about this and he's like, girl, what's going on with you? And I'm like, dude, don't ask me to attack people before the 3rd cup of coffee in the morning. See, I mean, in theory, I got more reds than that guy did, but I still lost. Ouch, ouch, ouch. At this point, I should have been very well aware. I went in with Cav the first time. Second time in, I'm going either in for range. Or at least, I'm scouting him to see what's left. But, I've got my friends all around me. And we all kind of like gangbanging this guy with solo hits. I did not expect that. That was ouch. However, at the end of the day, we did zero this guy. It didn't even take that long. We did zero this guy. And I realized, this is super beginner stuff. And this is like a very basic YouTube channel. But I just watched the most painful one on earth, which has thousands of followers. And if I'm lucky, I get 12. So, mainly I'm here to see that maybe I help somebody. So, hey, moral of the story, you go in, you win with one comp. You're not necessarily going to win if you hit the guy with the second comp because you already took out the counter. The guy was in formation. I went in with Cav. I took out his inf. What possessed me to take out the Cav, I can only attribute to a shortage of caffeine. However, this is kind of like a contrast to the fighting I've been doing with Tomato, which I've recently been showcasing here, my baby account. And this is just, it's a very good example of how the stakes rise as you get stronger. So if you're going to wait to be strong before you fight, you're going to make all the screw-ups with your most expensive troops. Just go and do that with baby castles with your baby castle and kind of learn your lessons. Admittedly, this is a lesson that I already know, but yeah. Coffee. There was seriously a coffee deficiency. I'm sorry about that.